Hi, my name is Grace Werner, and here's my introduction video. A few things about me. First off, this is me, and then this is my fiance, so that's kind of the big family thing. This is my fiance Brian. We just got engaged in February, and we're planning to get married in about a year, so it's really exciting times around here. Let's see, I am the oldest of 3 kids, and so that's another big family thing to introduce myself. The other big member of our family right now is Lucy. Lucy is my puppy. She goes with me just about everywhere, and I love her to death. She's about 15 pounds of wonderful, so she's super sweet. Other thing, so about where I'm from, I currently live and teach in Lebanon, Missouri, which is right here in Laclede County. Just in case you're curious, for those of you who don't know where that is, Bolivar is located here, which is where we're enrolled to go to school in SVU. But yeah, we're right here, and then Springfield is located right around in this area. But let's see, so that's kind of where I'm currently living and teaching. I'm not from this area. I'm actually from Newton County, which is down here. But I currently teach at Lebanon Middle School. I teach 7th grade math. And a few other things, yeah, I already said this, but I am teaching at Lebanon Middle School, where we're the Yellow Jackets. Here's our logo, all that fun stuff. It's kind of a nice thing being here. We're actually in the newest building in the district. So you can actually, if you, want to look around a little in my room, you can see, it's actually not my room, this is my fiance's room. Funny thing there. But you can actually see, it's actually a very modern building. So it's very nice, especially because this is only my 3rd year teaching. But let's see, so Lebanon Middle School, that's where I teach. I teach 7th grade math. As you can see by this confused professor who doesn't know what he's doing, but that's okay. I kind of know what I'm doing. Just kidding, I actually do most of the time. But this is, I teach 7th grade math, and this will be my 3rd year doing so. Okay, so that's kind of the big introduction things you need to know about me. The tech trends that I was supposed to talk about, first one is about ChatGPT. I think I said that right. Well, it's okay. Even if I didn't, I'll learn more about it soon. But in the AI software, biggest reason I think that's really important to talk about that is how it's really going to change how we teach and how kids approach the world. Because already we have kids Googling answers and not doing things by themselves. I remember we had I believe it was a teacher, not a teacher, it was a parent at the high school who had bought the software for their student to scan their math homework, and it will just do that for their kid. And that's just something that's becoming more and more prevalent. And I'm just curious how that will affect us going forward, and how AI really truly affects us. The second thing is about job security. And I say that in really talking about our kids and talking about in 10, 20 years, what is technology going to do to our workforce, and what type of jobs are we going to need to be teaching our students to be able to do, and how are we going to prepare them so they can be successful in that upcoming world. I feel like that's a pretty important issue, especially with technology, because technology really affects how we're working in the world coming up. Okay. As for the technology access in my building, we are currently 1-to-1. So each student has a Chromebook, and each student in our building, we are 6 to 8, we each have our own Chromebook. Each teacher has their own computer. We also have, our own smart TVs, which most of them are touch assist as well. Some of them aren't, but most of them are, where you can, write on them and all that fun stuff. As for technology usage in my room, we do use our Chromebooks quite often, but I also do believe a lot in paper pencil, especially in math class, and having a lot of hands-on learning. And so I'd be curious how we can combine the two with technology. So having a lot of technology as well as that hands-on. So that's one of those things. As for online learning, currently in Lebanon, I don't believe we have online learning unless they are physically unable to go to school because they've been suspended or because they have some medical reason that they can't be here. As for that, one thing I did learn about online learning, both because when I was a junior in college, we were sent home in the middle of my junior year, and also during my senior year, whenever I student taught partially online. So I had, I think I had 6 sections of social studies, and when I taught them, 2 of them were completely online, and I had to teach over Zoom. So I put this up here just to say that online learning really made me think about how can I relay the information and the standards that needed to be taught while being creative about doing so. Because we can be online and we can do Zoom calls, but you really can't do any form of lecture. It really didn't work. And especially also, I learned when I would observe the math teacher and try and see how on earth can you do a math lesson over Zoom. It's not a fun way to try this out. And I really did not envy those teachers who had to figure it out on the fly whenever we first shut down due to COVID. So that's online learning is just really has to deal a lot with that creativity aspect. And I'm not a complete fan of that, mainly because I don't learn that way very easily. But that's all, not to say that I can't learn online. I just prefer to be in person, especially with our students. It's a lot easier and a lot better for the relationships that we have to build with students to be successful if we are in person. So, okay, some fun things I'm doing this summer. First things first, I'm not teaching summer school. I'm actually helping with summer school. And one of the things I'm doing with summer school, if you can guess based on my heart picture here, is I'm helping with our life skills class. And so I've been doing a lot of stuff, learning quite a bit about students with special needs. And that's been really eye-opening how that class is so different from a general education classroom. When I say life skills, for those of you who aren't aware or don't understand the terminology there, life skills is just those students that cannot be in a regular ed classroom. So they're the students that are so severely disabled, okay, that they are basically learning how to live in society. And so that's kind of what that is about for. The second big thing I'm doing this summer, my fiance has, discovered, or he loves to fish, so I'm gonna go fishing with him probably quite a bit, which I'm starting to enjoy, but I think half the time, my fishing skills are, mainly learning how to untangle a fishing pole instead of how to actually fish. Because if you look at my picture, this is a closed face reel. That's not what I'm using. I'm using an open faced, which is really, really easy to tangle, I've learned. And it's actually really funny how easy it is to tangle it and how really difficult it is to untangle it. And so that was one of the things I'm learning, this summer is how to fish and how to untangle a fishing pole. So that's kind of the biggest things for the summer that I'm doing. And again, my name is Grace Werner, so thanks.